thought we were in a basement because there was nothing on screen for a second.
I think that the mic picked up it going. How do I turn this thing down?
Yeah, I got it. Go ahead, Preston.
Okay. I'm looking back and forth.
There we go.
I'm eating
Sorry.
motherfucking bacon.
Eating motherfucking bacon. Anyway, welcome back to Phoenix Wright's Attorney Justice for All Blind.
Yeah, I'm blind.
And I'm playing. Nah, Cameron's playing. I'm looking up the guide for this, because this is gonna get crazy in a second.
Yep. Alright, Judge. What we doing? What we doing?
Oh yeah.
All I remember is that we were doing a recess.
Oh yeah.
And I was swinging on the swings, and Judge was like, "Yo, how high can you go?" And I jumped off and broke my leg.
Okay. 1, I pulled out the wrong guide. 2, so in the last one we were trying to stretch out the trial as much as possible because Gumshoe and the other police were trying to find Maya and whatnot. So we were kind of just like stalling for time.
Oh yeah, and Gumshoe got into a car accident.
Yeah, holding important evidence, and Francisca von Karma is our only way of getting to him now.
Yeah, and so we had to go beg her and be like, please, 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 and then she whips us and she's like,
So whatever, you stupid bitch.
she makes us her dog and we go woof woof and then.
Anyway, and then also we found Celeste's suicide note, and it was being run for an analysis. That's what we're coming back to.
Yeah, although we haven't gotten to see what it actually says, but apparently it says some bad shit about Matt on guard.
Yeah.
So, anyways, court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
You good?
I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is... It's nothing, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Edgeworth? Looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Watch it not be heard. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we discovered that the suicide note is...
Oh my god!
Wow.
Why did I think it was real?
I literally just said, imagine it's not from her.
Why did I think it... What?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
That's exactly what it says, bitch.
This note was not written by Miss Impacts herself. It's a fake. What if he's lying?
That would be really crazy to forge evidence like this.
Order, order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what's going on? If this was not written by Miss Impacts, then who wrote it? We'd need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carita.
Oh my god, so... Does she even leave a suicide note, like, at all? Did he just write down all that shit and he was like, this is gonna be Celeste's impact?
Did she even kill herself? She's still alive, isn't she? Adrian Andrews is actually her.
Crazy ass fucking, like, theory. Mr. Carita? Well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left the suicide note after all. Shit. She never wrote anything about On Guard. Damn, so he was just gonna use her death to fucking defame that guy?
Well, I mean, it was kind of Matt's fault after all anyways, so...
Yeah, but like...
I don't know, he could have been doing it for revenge.
Yeah, that would be also really funny that if Juan Carita wrote down like a bunch of like random shit to like pass it off like he's an awful guy, and Matt found out about it, he's like, oh my god, I can't let any of this go out, it's totally true, and they kill him.
Yeah.
Like he hit the nail on the head without meaning to.
It's like talking about like how he like used to like kick puppies and shit like that, and Matt's like, I totally did that when I was like younger, aka last year.
Yeah, how he used to take baby birds and fucking like squeeze them so hard the fucking eyes pop out. You're like, fuck, how did you know?
How do you know about what I did last week?
How do you know that my refreshing like a spring breeze image is more like a fall wind? What am I gonna do?
However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Ongard could not have known that, and so that facts remain unchanged. That's not proper English.
So the facts. Whatever.
Acting on his assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible.
This theory that Ongar had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
So he's saying, so Phoenix is saying that something seems wrong with the idea that Ongar didn't know that it was a fake.
Okay, yeah. Apparently there's 3 pieces of evidence you can present for this.
Oh, well, thank you for telling me that I need to present evidence.
Sorry! I thought you already pressed it.
No, I mean, I knew that you had to present evidence. I wasn't gonna sit there and be like, that sounds fine.
Yeah, that's stupid. The defense believes that the theory that the prosecution has stated contradicts the testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Ongar to have known it was a fake.
I'm eating motherfucking bacon.
Motherfucking bacon! Can I pull up what it was supposed to be? Yeah, if it... Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna help you.
I feel like it's 1, 2, and 3.
Go ahead.
I don't like the fact that you... I don't like that.
Why? Go ahead!
I think you're gaslighting me.
I'm not I'm gaslighting you into picking the wrong shit? Is that what you're...
Yes! I think that's exactly what you're doing.
No, I just find it really funny that you picked all 3 of them. just you only have 2 HP to lose.
This is bullshit, though. You're gonna fucking...
I'm not...
You're gaslighting
Just
me.
pick one of the 3!
But now I don't want to because you're telling me to do it. I want to do it of my own volition.
Fine. Don't pick it.
No, I want to pick it. These ones.
Yeah, it was either one of those 3.
Oh, so it was any of those 3?
Yeah, it said present spy camera, transmitter, or stuffed bear.
Last time I said I feel like it's one of these, you're like, go ahead, and I did it, and you're like, oh, it's wrong, by the way.
Yeah. Well, the one that you guessed, you're like, it's one of these 2, and one of them was the wrong one, and one of them was the right one. So I was like, yeah, 50-50, he can go for it.
Oh, what is this little item called again?
A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but...
Oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays.
Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Ongar knew the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim, is that right? If that is true, then this means Mr. Ongar would have known that the victim had forged the note.
Ugh.
So then, the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to about what Mr. Ongar's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air.
But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Ongar monitored Mr. Kurita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Ongar didn't know of.
Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery in an unknown place?
Ugh. Order, 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 Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave.
Haha, loser.
As I figured. Oh, as you figured. As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense.
Sorry, I took ibuprofen.
When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next?
What next? With 2 question marks?
If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ongar's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual.
Edgeworth stuttering? It's not like him at all.
Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah, we had a fucking clown in here.
This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley to kill her to commit murder?
That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? Yes, go on, who is it? man himself, Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, yeah, Mr. the Killer. Yeah, makes sense. Wait! You mean the killer, I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand? Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
Is this alright with you?
Do I have a choice here? Can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is alright to do this.
Yeah, probably not.
Very well then, the prosecution calls its witness to the stand.
Edgeworth, is there really no other way left to us?
Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please.
Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer. I'm a professional assassin.
I say, what is going on here? Your Honor? How can you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. Day Killer will testify to this court.
So this is what the urgent phone call he got earlier was about.
Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. Day Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelley Day Killer.
I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya? Maya.
A voice. Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
Yeah, we have no objections. The defense has no objections to this person. We are very satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer.
It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else.
And what would that be?
At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Kurita, is this correct?
It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Kurita.
Gulp! Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client.
Very well.
This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it, a bad dream.
Shelley the Killer. What is he going to say? Sorry. Excuse me, I had chicken nuggets for dinner. There's something I must state first. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I'm here today at the witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give you the name of my client.
Mr. Day Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. Well, he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor. Mr. Day Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Alright. There's something I must state first. What do you need to state? We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said there's something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry, go on.
Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright.
My bad. That's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. The trust between you and your client? I provide my services in a fast and effective manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people know my face, that would be quite troublesome.
And that is why you're testifying in this manner?
It's the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the D-Killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. It would certainly...
That's enough, please, no more.
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. And that is the reason I am here today on the witness stand. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. You would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside their prescribed role.
Their role?
This person tried to implicate another for the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
You. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
I did, Your Honor. To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but do you care to die?
No, I didn't say anything.
The judge has better watch what he says. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give you the name of my client. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I can't do that. I still have a few things to say before I do.
Grr.
The egomaniac. It's not good for your health to be so aggressive. Aggravated, whatever. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all that extra fluff, just tell us the name already. Patience. Try to calm a little. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. It seems very steadfast and close, so you're trying to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. That'd be kind of cool, being a therapist to an assassin. Okay, so I don't even know if you're gonna get this. Remember how we had to like press on a statement and then go back to it? Because of will powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't it.
Well, I'm gonna press them all again.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay. Alright. The trust between you and your client? Provide my services in exchange for fast manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet to me, my identity. These are roles and duties an assassin and his client carry out. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something that you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of person. And that's why you feel like you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who cannot understand their assigned roles. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better! If you can't, then I'm afraid we cannot proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek.
You've made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we're ready.
Excellent. And that is the reason I'm here today in the court. Oh, is it one more? Or... It said it was a new statement was added. Seems a little strange to me. Okay, this was all the same. It said a new statement was added. I'm assuming it's in the back. Yeah, last statement will be revised.
Okay.
Now that I believe it's time to reveal the name of my client, don't you agree? Okay.
What is it?
Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name.
If you can't ask him, Mr. Wright, then I will.
Okay, thank you.
Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida?
That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. What?
Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier.
Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think you know I know my own client, and that is Adrian Andrews.
What? This can't be. On the phone earlier.
What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I hope he's alright. I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. DeKiller told him a different name. That Arngard, perhaps. I knew it.
This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness.
Oh shit.
You, Shelley DeKiller.
My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Arngard, am I correct? All I wish is to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we actually win this. Yeah.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive, and it has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. The most definitive of all. We have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. DeKiller's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt Arngard is innocent.
I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Beep.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, Arngard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edward's right. DeKiller is lying. And Arngard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant?
Haha, loser.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness.
Shelley DeKiller is certainly lying under oath.
It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie.
Miss Andrews.
The suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. DeKiller himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. Knife and button, donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impacts was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
No, Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me.
Yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
I have to decide, do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do?
I want to request a verdict.
Yay!
Yippee!
Phoenix.
Wait, actually, hang on. Let me just,
What do you do? Your Honor, the defense requests that... It's no use. I can't. It feels like I lost my voice.
I was wondering if it was gonna lead to the same point.
Yeah. Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept I'm not guilty. You're a lawyer. I know. But Matt Unger is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let anyone else take the fall. Look at Fall Guys. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than On Guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. That it's because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten On Guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I had this verdict right now, it would be betraying his trust. His trust? Never thought about it till now. I trust him?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, this is when he remembers that he's gay lovers and stuff, and they're gonna...
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we allow for further questioning of Mr. D-Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
This is so gay.
But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well, the trial will continue.
Alright.
Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. D-Killer. Right away, Your Honor.
Has a verdict been reached?
Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more.
About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else do you need me for?
Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are, usually done.
What is he talking about? Usually done?
But what shall we have him testify about now?
The crime?
Mr. D-Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail.
You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes going to court?
Part 2.
Yeah, yippee! As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply can't overlook is the tampering of the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews has already knew from the beginning that Juan was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is why I'm fucking up. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, fifth time now? However, this time everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question testimony like this, do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will request the question of witness. As if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why?
What
this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then
I'll expose the lies of that so beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes two of us. Alright, about my client, part 2. As I already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However,
What is it, Mr. Wright?
by pressing the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hint. Yes? How much is your fee? I see. I see you're already quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Return.
He thinks he's asking to kill someone.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of curious, like, how much is your rate, dude? Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No, I'm not thinking of hiring...
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you?
What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor?
Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty.
Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not?
One thing I cannot simply overlook is tampering in the scene of the crime. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Yeah. Well, a change of occupation may be good for you. How about an ice cream salesman? However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party.
That goes without saying, Mr. Day Killer.
And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt. My client did it to frame another for the crime. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, in my business card. Oh yeah. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy?
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. Well, yeah, he's an assassin. But to disregard everything to go and stab the deceased with a knife. And even hide my business card from sight. It was something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. While pretending to be the first person to discover the scene of the crime and enter the body and all that.
To discover the scene of the crime and enter the body?
Yeah. Oops. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest that you plan your alibi too. No, I already told you, I have no intention of using your services, like, ever. Can't afford it anyway. Why does he keep looking at me like that? Like I'm the one in trial here. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true.
That's odd.
Huh? But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife. But so why do you think your client did it? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the scene of the crime anyway?
That is true.
I suppose it was probably done to frame Matt Angard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do that? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up is to take your fall. That act is what I was referring to when I said my clients had broken the rules. And that's all you had to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in, you plan to continue? Well, no shit! I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become my fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you gonna do now, Phoenix? All I can do is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that that'd be bad for our client, right? I'm so confused. But the only thing I know for sure is that I can't let this trial end yet. Alright.
Is it this one? One of these is the one that Edgeworth said.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's odd. Also, for none of this, you don't have to, like, press any more testimony and stuff. Like, go back. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It just says present evidence. So there's a piece of evidence in here that, like, she didn't know that he was dead.
She didn't know that he was dead.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember any of her testimony.
I feel like it's this. And is it referring to the base?
No, I'm sorry.
Fuck. Because I thought she like got so surprised that she like that seeing him dead that she like threw the vase down.
Yeah. What is said is the moment Andrew saw his body, she thought he fainted.
No. It's gotta be something from the very beginning.
Yeah, it's on this page.
Hiya!
Good job, man. Thank you very much for taking the time to testify, Mr. D Killer. What's the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Carita had been murdered.
But how? How do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass.
Mr. D Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Carita had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
No. That is not possible, Your Honor. The glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, there never had been their fingerprints left behind. Whatever. Fuck you.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon?
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct?
I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim,
Your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Carita's death. If not,
then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all.
How strange.
Yes?
Why is that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this obscured obscured situation. Sorry.
absurd situation.
Fuck you. Said the fuck you. Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You can't just say things like that without any evidence. Play along.
Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I'm positive that there was a contradiction in that testimony. Prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lays with those items. Don't look at my phone. Unless you want to see the answers.
No, I was curious if this was like a.
Oh, this is it. Okay. This request came to me, about a week ago. About a week ago. Sorry. It was a request to my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I made no mistakes.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination is...
Will I fucking do? Alright. 1 week ago? Are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I had it marked in my calendar, after all, on Google Calendar.
I had a heart on it.
Meet Adrian. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please, stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time? It was a request for my services on the night of the reward ceremony, yeah. Did you ask why it was on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all my conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? So, what were these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there would be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. He must be talking about this bear puzzle.
Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all.
That is correct. And if I had not got the job done that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. I see.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
It was very important, Your Honor.
The testimony just now was made one thing clear. I have no idea what's going on. And that is... the client knew the secret of this bear figurine. Huh. Why is everyone so quiet?
Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that.
Oh, really?
Witness, please continue with your testimony.
We met at a certain bar and discussed and finalized a few matters. What matters were so you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
What if we were just like, we were saying that fast and we were like, so you physically met Matt Ungard, right? And he's like,
yes.
Yes, I did. Wait a second.
Oh, guilty, Your Honor. Of course I did. What was that? What was the brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by phone or mail.
And why is that?
You don't want to leave a fucking paper trail. Because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to a client while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
It was very important.
It's always very important. I love how important things are.
Yeah, of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he made a mistake.
So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews?
Well, yeah, I guess so. You see, it's just as I said. I'm so lost. What the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
Now then, would the witness please continue?
That's what occurred. I trust my memory. I believe I made no mistakes. Oh, fuck you.
I had the wrong one. There we go. Would you like to read?
I'm trying to make sure we did this right, alright? So your client was Adrian Andrews? That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange in this time around. Okay, hold on, I gotta look.
Yes.
Oh, go to third statement, press further, and instead of saying it's very important, say it's not very important.
Oh.
For some fucking reason. And it was that, okay, press.
Oh, you
Yeah,
press.
press and then say it's not important and it keeps going. Why he meets his clients is not important, and that isn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought, I can trust this person as my client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
It was extremely important, Your Honor.
If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was very important.
Huh, really?
If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony.
Yeah, I got it. Very well. From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client. And as we know that fuck. But as we know now, that's not fuck. Anyway, it's not how that turned out, right? What do you mean? Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right? Well, yes. I suppose you are correct.
So I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate?
That's what occurred as my best memory. I made no mistakes. So your client was Adrian Andrews? That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. From the moment I saw him, I thought I could trust this person as a client.
Oh shit. That's actually... They actually have it in...
Yeah. That's crazy. Good job, man. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy? How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley the killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up about her. So what's the issue? What did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh.
The fucking radio blows up.
Yeah. The radio right now, my main goal is to blow up.
Order in the court, Mr. Wright. What is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following. That he always meets his clients face to face when he takes on the request.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. Day Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is he leaking?
He's leaking oil. Wait, scoop it up. Gas prices are going crazy right now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see.
Unluckily for Mr. Day Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What is going on?
Shelly the Killer, this court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another.
So does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Please, if you will allow me to testify once more. I know he was gonna slip out more lies.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth.
That's the judge right now. Yes, now I remember. I took the request by mail.
He just said
Fucking liar! There's been many times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of one Kurita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name on the end of the letter, I thought my client was a man. Oh, liar!
So you took this job through a letter.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. Oh my god, that's the gayest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. No matter how strong a punch I throw, he'll counter it. With a heftier throw.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Okay. Yes, now I remember I took the request by mail.
No, you didn't.
Liar! But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients who assume a meeting is not simply possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come on. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiness voice is not going to work on me. Fuck. I'll use my roughest voice then. Alright, then just cough it up and confess.
Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. Day Killer met with his client?
No.
Yeah, I have proof. My proof is that I don't have proof.
Sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I do not have any proof.
I see. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time.
Fuck you.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong.
Get it? There's been what the fuck? Alright, there's been a few times when I took a job without meeting my client. Oh, it was from Wells Fargo. And why would you not meet a certain client? Recently, I've been receiving more requests. If I meet each and every client, I lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice business opportunities.
On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information computers, correct? If I join the times, then now request via electronic mail. He's a fucking email account you can send requests to.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
Oh my god. Oh, I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail was the commonly referred to as email. He's on the black market.
Email.
It's on the dark web under like hire a hitman at gmail.com.
Yeah.
With the constant of mockery, the judge would beat a parrot hands down.
In a contest of mimicry.
Whatever. Press the A button.
Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and
The request was for the murder of Juan Kurita and 2 or 3 other small things. 2 or 3 other small things? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I get punished, if I push his buttons the wrong way and get him mad.
Let it go, let it go.
Sounds like a one-sharp man. I should try my best to find ways to make him not suspicious.
let's continue with the testimony. Witness, if you please.
I saw the name of the other letter. I thought my client was a man. So you're saying that you never saw your client's face, not even once? I did, once. It was when I gave my client the figurine.
Yes, I see.
But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time.
A mask?
The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing.
Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this?
I don't know, pee pee poo poo.
Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
Sure, there's a contradiction. I don't know.
One thing does sort of stick out to me, Your Honor. Witness, I think you most definitely saw your client's face. Let's recall Mr. Powers' testimony.
After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
Give him a fact stack. You received quite a large roll of cash from Mr. Onguard, and at the time he was not wearing his Echo Samurai mask. Shit, this wasn't the guide.
Order, yes, now that you mention it, I do remember that. Witness.
Yes, that night I did wander the floor as a bellboy. I received plenty of tips that night for carrying juice to various rooms. Is that so wrong? Huh? The man who gave me that tip was not my client. He was probably just a very generous person.
I'm sorry, but sadly we are not nearly so generous here. If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting?
Oh, the deja vu. And isn't his salary more than enough for one man?
And where is your evidence that the large roll of cash was not in fact a tip? Come, Mr. Edgeworth, show me the money.
What?
What?
Mr. Attorney? Yes? You know, I think your line of questioning has been a little strange. In fact, I would say you didn't seem to believe Miss Andrews is my client. Oh shit. Oh no, it's not like that at all. I just like, I just think lies aren't a good thing, you know. Oh, I know and agree, lies are not a good thing at all. Ugh. I think we are on the same page now, aren't we, Mr. Attorney? Remember, if I feel threatened in any way, I am free to cut contact at any time. I'm sorry, please forgive my foolishness.
If only you were this apologetic all the time.
Fuck you.
Anyway, I do not see a huge contradiction here. Therefore, you may continue, witness.
Alright. We pretty much reached the end of our ropes here. Huh? Seems like we're still okay to me. And that's exactly what's so bad. At the rate we're going, we'll end up completely destroying D-Killer's lie. If we do that, you already know how serious of a situation they'll put us in. Oh yeah. All I can do now is pray that those items reach us in time. Yes, I remember I took a request by mail. So a few times I only have clients. Go through things.
Yeah. Sure, I'll press further. Make him very sus.
Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes, everything I said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should it turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing?
Yeah, press further. Fuck ball.
Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I do not have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was able to find that figurine. I was told that the job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish. One of the things is to find this bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. I found this figurine at my Angar's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting. I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Matt Angard, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
Oh, so many saves.
Oh yeah, the 9 saves. Well, he says he gave it to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that testimony there is a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he'll cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So what is it now, Dr. Wright?
Sure, present evidence.
What else? Let's say all of this one more time, please. You gave Miss Andrews the big figurine, and then she told you to take the bear and wait for it at Angard's mansion? Is that correct? Yes, where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly.
What?
It's a battle of wits, I can't let up on it now. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Oh. Yeah, we fucked up.
That's why I present Celeste's suicide note.
Oh wait, you can actually go this way too? I guess you did right. Congratulations, Cameron.
That was I didn't even think.
It was either the figurine or the suicide note.
I just did it as a joke because I was just gonna sit here and like reload it.
That's pretty good. I didn't know it was either you can just do it from the statement right there, or I guess you can go all the loops that you did to present evidence. Chevrolet the Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item shouldn't have been inside of it. Oh yeah, because you want to fucking burn it. This item?
I see where you're going.
Yep. This is where I'm going.
Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Your Honor, please think about what Miss Andrews said in her testimony.
And I was going to burn it for her sake.
Even if for a single minute. This bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands. I'm sure she had taken the suicide note and burned it.
Order, order, order! So that's where you two were going.
So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Ooh. Oops.
Order, order, order!
Oh, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, he used my full government name. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate betrayers above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not... That's enough. If that is your intention, there's only one thing for me to do. Wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that must be attended to. No, please. Not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stand my hand otherwise.
What the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should.
Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll...
The prosecution, What has come over everyone, even you are? Prosecution rests. What is going on around here?
I don't fucking know, man.
Prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What?
For the audience is like, what the fuck is this clown show going on?
Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. Daykiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley Daykiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
If I end the trial here right now, then your client Matt Ongard would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Miss Andrews, we charged with murder?
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Ongard, to the stand.
Hi, Matt. The items from D-Killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. Our outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, is the old guy finally decided?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person.
No shit.
You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide.
I don't know what
But
you're talking about.
At least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Huh. So, guess even the old I almost said the old fuck! Fundle Duddle figured me out.
Mr. Ongard.
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And then refreshing like a spring breeze crab, just like as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life?
You better get Ongard a guilty sentence, okay?
But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I said that he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged with murder. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. All hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, and your client, Mr. Matt Ongard, is innocent...
Oh, there's no way to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's going to say what I want, aren't you?
Right.
I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ongard, is...
Guilty! That is guilty!
I'm glad you lightened up the mood like that. Everything was really depressing.
We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright.
Oh shit, did we say in our head? No!
I'm saving.
Okay, good.
What the fuck did you think I was doing? Why
thought
did
you
you
were
grab me like
I thought
that?
you were reloading.
No, I'm saving.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Matt Ongard, your client deserves an answer.
Does he though? Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Ongard is... Francisca von Karma? That's how the sentence flows. Matt Ongard is Francisca von Karma. You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix, right? This is exactly why you shall never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool.
Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them?
You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. What? Oh shit. You wanna just save? Save and we'll continue the next one. We still got a little bit, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, we got a little bit left.
I don't want to hop into anything that's gonna make this episode like 2 hours long.
Yeah, it would be really funny though.
Yeah, funny for you, not so funny for me.
Yeah, anyway. In the next one, we'll finish up Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All.
Yeah, this episode's been long enough already.
Yeah, too fucking long.
I was gonna ask, like I was gonna save at the point where it said guilty or not guilty, and I was gonna like leave our choice for that one to be in the next one, but they didn't even give me a fucking option.
Sorry.
I was like, this is some bullshit.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna hear about this shit in the next one.
Yeah.
So thank y'all so much for watching. And yeah, bye-bye!
Bye!